The Ayer Board of Health has convened its executive session, is back in open session, and the first item on the agenda is public input. Seeing there is no public, there is no public input, and we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is an update on COVID-19. Oh, no, I'm sorry, let me back up. I got a request from the Board of Health today if she could go first with any update from the Board of Health, so she can get out of here. And
That makes sense.
So we'll just tie the COVID-19 into that too. I don't.
Sure.
To be quite frankly honest, I think the numbers were going up and down. They might be trending back down again.
Yeah.
Haven't been paying too much attention to that. I do want to say that we did receive several cases of COVID-19 boxes, COVID-19 test kits. So what we've done so far is we took those test kits and we gave some to the police department, some to the fire department. I'll contact the senior center and get some down to Katie as well down there. Chuck from the maintenance coordinator here came, picked them up. The rest of the cases that aren't at the fire and police are here. So I just have to there's stickers that go on each box with new expiration dates. So I just have to count those out and then go over that with the senior director. So I'll do that this week, and then
didn't you want to give 2 cases to someone? You asked me, I thought you said, would I make a decision? You had 2 cases that you wanted to give to someone.
maybe the library?
I don't know.
We can do
So
something
anyhow.
at the library. I forget. Oh, Devon's.
Devon's, yeah.
Yes.
You asked. Yeah.
Yes,
So
Devon's.
anyhow, rather than
Yes.
waiting for a meeting, I said, I think that's fine.
Hell yeah.
That's
Wherever
a
they'll
good
do
thing.
the
Thank you
most
for
good.
reminding me that. So I'll run some over to Devon's too.
Can you
Yeah.
speak to that expiration date? I know that we had them at school at the end of June, and people were saying, oh, my test kit, it's gonna expire soon. So it's been updated, some of those.
I think they're extending it
They're
3 months
extending
maybe.
it back.
I've seen that, I think, in the paper.
Yeah.
Just for
Trish,
public
that-
record, yeah.
yeah.
So people will see
Yeah.
it and they won't toss them, that they're still good.
Yeah,
yeah.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
So I guess at a public meeting here, it's good just to say too, is that we do have test kits available,
Good.
and we can make arrangements. Right now, they're at the fire department and the police station.
Okay.
So that's it for COVID.
Are they back in stock at like Amazon and regular pharmacies and
Yes, they
stuff?
are.
Or?
You can buy them.
Yeah.
They're
Everywhere.
expensive, like
Yeah.
$20 a kit. Some of the ones
Okay.
I've seen.
But you can at least get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could call my wife and she could give you a handful.
I have tons of
See?
because my husband goes, oh, I'm on Medicare, I can get 8 a month. He goes over to CVS, I'm like, what are you loading up for?
Oh, really? I should have done that. He's on Medicare now.
So yeah, and I think we decided right now 2 per household.
Okay.
If people need them, so there's
Yeah,
2
okay.
tests, 2 in each one, so that's 4 test kits.
Yeah.
So I will make a note to.
And that expiration date is extended by 3 months.
I think it's 3 months.
I would
Something like
be
that?
cautious though. I
Of
don't-
saying that?
Of saying it until we see something
Okay.
that is official. Only because,
There's probably something on the manufacturer
Okay.
Yeah.
websites too. Like if you look at
Yeah.
who made the kit, go on their website and I
I
bet you
think
they
you
have
can
a
just
statement.
yeah.
take a picture with that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
all
That'll
right.
take you to it too.
They have that little
That
square
QC
thing.
code, yeah.
Yeah.
So from my professional side, I think that most people that are at high risk are being very cautious about going out in the public and about masking, and to me, it seems like the right thing to do. And a lot of people that have gotten vaccinated as well as boosted are still getting COVID,
Yep.
but the symptoms are similar to that of a cold or an upper respiratory tract
Yeah.
infection.
And I
Yeah.
know people in their second round of COVID with
Mhm.
vaccine boost, mild,
Yep.
Yeah.
but.
But at least it's like
It's
a
like-
manageable thing.
Yeah,
Not
it's like
fun,
a flu or a
but
cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we have from the Shoba?
So, we had the Air Masonic Association submitted Ayer, am I saying it wrong?
Masons.
Masons.
Masonic. I never heard
Masonic,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Masonic
like the
Lodge.
Masonic.
Masonic
Yeah,
Lodge,
Ayer
yes.
Masonic
Yeah.
Lodge, they applied for a kitchen permit.
Oh, okay.
This was a plan review I sent them, so this is just the official plan review for
Great.
me.
I thought they'd been cooking breakfast down there
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Didn't have any permits.
Oh.
Anyway, there was a flood and now they're redoing anyway.
Great.
So the next one,
That's good.
we had a complaint on a Mandry Way regarding a temporary housing.
Okay.
And I had driven by several times. The complaint came through the building inspector's office as well, so he had been driving by. There was in fact a temporary housing unit outside the trailer.
Okay.
We didn't know if somebody was living there, so basically what we did is we just sent a letter saying that we had a complaint, we followed up on it, just please be advised, this is the law.
Yeah.
And we received a phone call from the person living there
Mhm.
that it was their trailer. They were not living in it, it's their trailer, it's just out front. And they
Mhm.
keep it plugged in for their refrigeration.
Got it.
So there's
yeah.
no other reason to not
Yeah.
trust that, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we did send them this letter.
Okay.
On another note, under other on Board of Health, we did have a complaint come in through the building inspector's office as well regarding temporary housing on Hedgeway. And
Okay.
we're gonna send the same letter,
Okay.
On
just,
Sandy Farm.
so that you know that.
Is that like a trailer camper kind of thing too?
They're
or?
doing some tiny houses, one of them appears to be on wheels.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
this is going out, a letter will be sent to them as well.
Okay.
Pretty much similar to this, which goes over the law, so if you want to just read that
Yeah,
talks about
let's see
temporary
that.
Okay.
Okay.
The only other thing that I have were some food inspections, and I think some of these, I think I inadvertently didn't bring some envelopes over, so the food inspections were kind of stuck in there, so nothing major, but we did Penard's Florist, the Stewart Hospital, John's La Dip, which is a mobile food ice cream
Yep.
truck
Oh,
we see
yeah.
around, Verona Pizza, Tiny's.
Can you back up onto the ice cream truck thing for a second? Does anyone else sign off on that besides Michelle?
I don't.
I asked the
place-
question because it
the place.
kind of comes under food trucks, but this is catering to kids mainly.
So-
And is there a background
Yes,
check done?
yes.
And who's
So-
doing the background check?
The police department.
But they do that before you issue the
Yes.
permit?
So we, as a condition, so for the ice cream truck specifically, they have to submit what's called an ice cream truck vending license. That comes from a police department.
Okay. But
So-
you don't issue the permit until you receive that?
Correct.
Okay.
So we have, so for this one, just to kind of give you a quick summary too, when we do the mobile food trucks, the trucks are licensed and inspected through our office. Mr. LaDip, his name's Saruna, I
But he's
forget.
the same person. He's
John's
done it for
LaDip.
years.
He
Yeah.
spends most of his time is in Ayer, so we have to pick, with the mobile, we have to pick a town.
Yeah.
What town are you going to be in the most?
Yeah.
He's historically been in Ayer, so he comes into your packet. But there are other ice cream trucks where you might see them floating around.
Oh, okay.
And I have a list that we can, if anybody asks for it, we can give it. There's 22 mobile food trucks, some of them are ice cream trucks.
Okay.
But the ice cream trucks specifically have to have what's called that
Yeah.
license.
Cory.
Cory
The
check.
Cory,
That
and
makes
part of it is
sense,
the
yeah.
Cory and Story check, and it goes through the
Okay.
local police department. So I think Mr. LaDip goes through, he might go through Ayer.
So
Okay.
in the process, are you the person that actually signs off on the permit?
Yes.
Okay.
The mobile
So
foods.
it goes through you?
Yes.
It occurred to me again today because the conversation came up again about the errant license. The errant license that was sent out.
Yeah. So that, like I said, you might have, so.
Well, I just want confidence that it's
Yeah.
going through you.
It
It's
is.
not going through somebody
No,
else
it goes-
that just could arbitrarily send it out.
Yes, all of the food goes through me
Do you sample it first, or?
Sometimes I can't. Sometimes he does drop off ice cream for the ladies out front, and I may or may not get one. But
I just wanted to know.
yeah, but just so keep in mind, it's a good question because you might see Mr. LaDip around and you might associate him with this packet and he's okay.
Yeah.
But there are several other ice cream trucks that
Yeah.
are permitted, licensed by me, not me, but by our agency and inspected by us. But you might not have seen it,
That's
and you
fine.
might be like, who are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy at the pond, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple of other ones that they're growing in popularity, so nothing major here though, so.
Great.
I tried to find a link to send to you the thing that was mentioned in the minutes from last time, but do you know where your chicken wings are coming from? And I couldn't get the link from the Globe in a format that I could email for some reason. Do you know about this whole thing of like, I don't know, shadow, like Bertucci's
Yes.
acts as the pickup for,
Yes.
because some of
It's
it was
called-
happening all around your town, so.
Ghost kitchens.
Ghost kitchens,
Okay, yeah.
that's it.
That's
Okay,
what
so
it's
you're onto that.
Yeah, we're like,
okay.
we're onto, there's a whole bunch of, just so that you know, like, we had a call today, like, a whole bunch of people that will buy a smoker and think because they have that smoker, they can go to temporary events and cook. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
have a licensed kitchen that you operate from. So then they'll go through some other kitchens and it gets
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
yeah, it's,
I was really surprised. I had no idea that you could call and place an order with Bridget's Wings and then go pick it up, or it comes from your Uber or whatever. Grubhub brings it from a Bertucci storefront because somebody just drops it off there, and there's a little thing that says Bridget's Wings.
it's
crazy.
There's so many different things. It's like people are starting stuff up like on Etsy too, and home-based
I know, yeah.
in food being sold on the internet.
Yeah,
It's
and a lot
crazy.
of smoking going on, buying those big industrial ones. I
Yeah,
know a lot of
yeah.
guys doing that.
Making barbecue sauces and rubs and stuff and
Yeah,
selling it on.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I mean, my favorite one is the woman. It wasn't around here, but she was making baked goods, and the coloring came. She bought it off some website, and it wasn't edible, and she got 30 kids sick with some copper. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're
Yeah.
dealing with, and
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah.
I had a
But-
feeling you were on it, so it just caught my eye because I never even knew such a thing existed. But since reading that article, every time Donna and I are on the food ordering apps, we go, wait a minute, I've never seen a storefront. Have you ever heard of so-and-so sandwiches?
Yeah.
No, never.
It's
So,
actually
they're
addressed
out
in
there.
it's addressed in the food code, believe it or not, ghost kitchens.
Really?
Or there's a term for things because things just pop up, so it's basically giving us,
Yeah,
carte blanche
Yeah.
to investigate certain things because it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. The one story that really kind of freaked me out was the one about the Thai restaurant that had been shut down by Board of Health, and they had reopened in the same town as a ghost kitchen thing. It's like, ew.
It's crazy.
That's, yeah. It's going a little too far.
I had one thing. Do we have an update, or does anyone know what the scoop is with Stewart Medical and the body pit?
Oh, God.
Oh,
I never
You never heard that?
heard back from anybody. I never signed anything. Remember we
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
if it comes up,
That was in the winter.
well, it was in April actually.
yeah, it was in the spring, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't they something they had to get from the state medical examiner first?
We talked about it. I know that Janelle was in the loop, but I have never done anything. I don't know if the body is still there.
How long
I don't know if I don't, but it came to us and we should either say yay or nay or communicate back, because right now, unless it's been done by somebody else, I don't know what's happening.
I can get an update from Jim, see if he's heard anything. I'll do that. And then
Well, I'd just like to resolve this.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
need to do
Yeah,
something, let's do
it's-
it and just get it done,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And other than that, Bridget, I know you got stuff to do, so do you have anything else for Bridget, or?
Dog walker.
Dog walker, yeah.
Your friend used the measure.
She was very grateful.
Keep that down though.
I know, I did.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up to you
Yes.
quickly on that thing.
So I just want to make sure I'm clear. I'll make a list, and then what I'll do is I'll email it to each one of you individually.
And we'll get back to you either with a check mark yes or any additions or deletions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'd like to keep it like simple, like the three
Yes.
things.
No,
that we
I
want.
totally agree.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Yes, that does make sense.
Point.
Yeah.
Legal.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm on it.
Awesome. Bridget, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
We can take it really short.
I can think of, yeah, but.
Under new business, there's no licenses, well, we have the ones from
Yeah.
Bridget.
Yeah.
Food trucks, we don't have, well, we talked about it, but there's really nothing new on food
No.
trucks either. The future meetings, though, when do you want to meet in August?
Oh,
And just, do you want to meet in August? Do you not want to meet in August?
do we need, well,
Well,
the
I-
only things that, go ahead.
I'm thinking that the conversation from our executive session is going to require
At least
action from
one.
the, yeah. And if we don't need a meeting, we can cancel it, but we should probably schedule a meeting. And then I'd like it back on twice a month in September if we can do that.
Yeah, I think once a month makes sense for the summer. Why don't we do the last one in August?
And we do have some follow-up with a blank here.
Lori,
Lori and our friend there that came and spoke with the doctors for the harm, no harm.
they'll get back to us. I
They
bet
will.
that's going to be months.
Yeah, it's in
later.
their court
She said
now, I
3,
think.
so probably not till
Which
fall.
They still
Yeah.
have, I bet it's not even until winter. We'll probably get an update, but they need to sign a contract with the provider. The equipment hasn't been
Oh,
purchased
okay.
yet. I think that there is a long delay process
Okay.
before it gets
They
done.
just needed the minutes from
They
us,
just
but
needed
they
to
got
say, we
that.
want you to go forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in August, what are we looking at for a date?
So we're usually the 2nd and the 4th. We can just do the
4th?
4th.
The 4th would work because I'm away the 8th.
Is that the 22nd?
22nd is a Monday.
Let me write that in.
And with respect to the Zoom part of it, if we want this to be hybrid, Robert, do we just ask Cindy? Do we ask, how does that happen?
Yeah, just, Mr. Chair, just ask Carly. And so,
Carly?
yeah, so you basically have 3 options. You could do the in-person, which was today
Yeah.
version. If you want it to be hybrid, that means it'd still be in-person, but with the screen. And if for some reason you wanted it all remote,
Okay.
so those are the 3 options.
I think the hybrid would be appropriate, at least for the next meeting, to try it and see.
Yeah.
And then, well, if the public wants to participate or if there's comments, they can do that, so
Yes.
we'll do
That
that.
works for me.
So 8/22 will be our next meeting then, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
and we're gonna be here.
Yeah.
well, but unless you don't want to be, Pam, I mean, you, if it's hybrid and you don't want to be here, that's,
No, I don't
I
have a
would
problem.
miss seeing you.
No, I don't have a problem coming
Okay.
here.
Okay, well, let's do it hybrid and we'll do it on the 22nd.
Okay.
That works.
There's no bills that I'm aware of, there's no other discussion. And with that in mind, do you have anything else to come up, or should we adjourn?
Did, just a couple of things I was wondering about from, and I'm sure nobody has an answer right here, right now, but for stuff that might have been left unsettled when Heather left her position, were all of the animal chicken
Oh, yeah.
permits
The
issued?
permits, the
and-
permits were issued, whether they were all complied with that, I don't know.
Okay.
We have no telephone log because we have no one to keep a telephone
Yeah,
log right now.
yeah,
I know that I check the mail occasionally when I come in,
yeah.
and I know that Bridget's checking the mail a couple times a week, so that's being done.
Because we could just check with Julie.
Well,
Go
I
directly
haven't
to
heard-
Julie and say everything okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that's a good, do you want to follow up with Julie, or do you want me to?
Yeah, it's a, give her a call, give her an email or something. I think it's gotta be the chair that approves her
Well,
stipend anyway, so.
I thought about Julie this afternoon, actually, 'cause we used to get like a monthly report, so I don't know if that kind of slipped up as well, but I'll call Julie and ask her if there's.
Yeah,
anything
because she could
can-
take a, she knows who she had in her bind book last
Yeah.
year
Right.
versus this
Well,
year.
whenever she has an incident of an animal or a question about health, she always sends me an email.
Oh, yeah,
And
she's
I-
on top of this animal
Yeah,
Yeah, I
inspection
usually forward it to
thing,
you
yeah.
guys, so.
What about the minutes? Did you
Oh.
have to sign off?
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, can we hold these minutes until, I don't want to delay this, but I was reading the minutes and there's the part on Stratton Hill.
Oh, at the,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
part on Stratton Hill, there was a correction there because it was the water quality of Sandy Pond that was in question prior to we didn't want to overtax the system was what we asked for in terms of the study.
yeah.
But there wasn't an issue of overtaxing the system because there was no storage down there at all before. It was
Oh,
all-
okay, yeah.
So,
So we'll wait on that?
So, yeah, it's like future capacity, you're,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
so I can tell you exactly
That
what it
makes
is. And
sense.
if-
Right
if
here.
we're okay with changing that, then we can approve the minutes too. So on the paragraph that says Eslaski raised the issue
Yeah.
of Stratton Hill, there were problems in the past with water quality and capacity. So it's just water quality prior to surge at Sandy Pond. But it wasn't a capacity issue because there was no surge.
Right, because there was
There was no
none,
surge
yeah.
at all.
Got it.
So that would just need to be worded so that
Yep.
the capacity part was taken out.
That's it.
Other than that, the rest of the minutes I thought were fine.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, I got the change.
So
Yeah.
if you can do that, Robert, I
Yeah.
can stop in and sign.
Okay.
Does that work, or do you want me to just sign?
No, you could, whenever you can stop in, if the board
Yeah.
is comfortable
No, we
approving
are.
as
Yep.
amended, and I got the have the change here, Mr. Chair, and then I'll have a copy.
Let's take a vote on it then. Is there a motion to accept the minutes as corrected and allow the chair to sign on behalf of the board?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Yes, I second.
Any discussion? Hearing
No.
none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll stop in, Robert. and-
Okay.
And this has got just Steve on the back page anyways. We've been, as far as the signature.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
That was just it's just
Okay.
a simple,
No, yep,
simple template.
perfect.
awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, did we vote to adjourn?
No, because we were gonna do
Is there a
this.
motion?
Yes, I move that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Hearing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
The Board of Health is adjourned at 6:20.